Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today, and welcome back to another Guardian Druid PvP video. We're going over a Guardian Druid PvP guide today, and with that guys, let us go ahead and get this started. I usually do one of these every single patch. I'm a bit late, but I've been wanting to experiment with different stuff, and I just want to share it with you guys now that I finally found a few builds that actually work. So, as you can see, I put a lot of time and effort in Prestige 17, playing Druid, so way too much Druid. So, first row, Brambles, absolutely my favorite. The other ones I just didn't really enjoy too much, so I don't really use those. Brambles, just every time somebody hits you, it hits them. It's just really overall, I feel like better. Wild Charge, this goes for the same for first row. I just feel like it's overall better than any of the other rows. So Wild Charge I would always stick to. Intimidating Roar can be really useful as well. So if you're into using Fear to CC your opponents, I would go try that. It's pretty decent as well. Glyptoral Roars. This one is okay, but like I said, Wild Charge I feel like is overall just a better option. So because you have that with Overrun and Wild Charge, they don't share diminishing returns, so you can use them one at a time. So it's overall really nice. This row, it's going to depend on what build you're running. Feral Infinity, if you want to use a special build, somebody taught me, shout out to Smoochy Magoo, and order because he found this build. So all credit goes to him. You can use Feral Infinity because I have to go to a freaking resting place real quick. Feral Infinity, and then you switch to Master Shapeshifter. And then he told me Galactic Guardian. And then basically what this build is you have to use this macro: castsequence, Thrash, Mangle, cat form, swipe, bear form. Put it on your bar. And then basically this is how you play. You swipe, and then it did the Galactic Guardian, and then you'll go bear form, which should let you do. There we go. See, unfortunately my macro is already messed up, but yeah. Swipe, bear form, and then it's just pretty much a rinse and repeat. And then once you get swipe to 5 combo points, you Ferocious Bite. The damage is not as great as it used to be because Druid's got a bunch of damage nerfs, but it's still a pretty decent fun build to play if you want something completely different. And it feels a little bit weird, I know, but it's actually kind of a lot of fun if you want to try that sort of thing. Alright, I prefer not to play without Restaurant Infinity. It's just, Restaurant Infinity is just always my kind of thing. Restaurant Infinity is just the absolute amazing talent, just because I like the self-heals. Balance Affinity, I know someone personally who plays this, and he enjoys it more because of the range on your spells. So if you really want more range to deal with more kiting and all that kind of stuff, Balance Affinity will be for you. It just depends on, like I said, the build and your playstyle, what you want to do. Alright, next row. Typhoon if you want to knock people off. Mighty Bash for the CC. Mass Entanglement if you want to just run away, I guess. I just prefer either Typhoon or Mighty Bash for this row, just depending on the map. Alright, I'm going to answer the most important question that I always get, like every single Guardian Druid video. How do I spam Thrash? As you can see, it's a 5.5 second cooldown. I get asked this all the time, every video. So, pop Incarnation, boom, Thrash. that's how you do it, guys. I'm not telling you guys are dumb or anything. I'm just telling you this is straight up how I do it. You just spam Thrash with the Incarnation build. Now going back to the talents. All three of these work. It really, again, kind of depends on what build you're going to be running and what you feel more comfortable with. Incarnation, if you want to burst the crap out of somebody, Incarnation, the way to go. Soul of the Forest can work with the Raging Frenzy build if you're using that. Someone taught me about that, so shout out to that person as well. So you can use that with that. Galactic Guardian works with, of course, the Feral Infinity and Master Shapeshifter build. And then Incarnation is what I am currently using right now. And the reason why I use Incarnation is because of the spam Thrashes. So, for example, say I'm going up against 7 people and I'm holding the flag right now, and you need that extra maybe 5 to 6 seconds to live long enough. If you use Incarnation and Rage of the Sleeper, which Rage of the Sleeper lasts for about, like, let's see, is it? Okay, it's 10 seconds. I don't know why I thought it was 7. But, if you use that together and you spam Thrash in the middle of all those 7 people, it'll buy you the time long enough to maybe them to down the flag carrier, or somebody to come help you out if you're in the middle of trouble. They come help you out and you live, or just like I said, overall the time to save you. So that's why I use Incarnation and Rage of Sleeper. It's just a really powerful combo. And yeah, so Galactic Guardian, if you feel like AoEing, like maybe for example Eye of the Storm in the middle, or for Feral Infinity and Master Shapeshifter if you want to try that build. Soul of the Forest if you just, I guess, want the extra Mangle damage, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Or Soul of the Forest with Raging Frenzy build. And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, this row. This row frustrates me a little bit. I used to use Guardian of Loon all the time, but ever since the Frenzy Regeneration nerf, I just feel like it's not worth using anymore. They nerfed it so hard, Frenzy Regeneration doesn't even heal for like anything, I feel like, anymore. So I use Survival of the Fittest. Just simple as that. Reduce cooldowns to survive longer, because it is a very long cooldown. It's really about it, guys. Rended Hair and Pulverize for the final row. A lot of people ask me why don't I use Pulverize. I just hate the playstyle. It's just not my kind of cup of tea thing. But I highly recommend giving Pulverize a shot more than probably Rended Hair maybe. If you can handle the playstyle, it does hit really, really hard. I'm not gonna lie about that. It does hit hard compared to the other stuff. So combine Pulverize with some of the maybe like Renzing Frenzy. Can't even talk. And maybe a few other stuff, but like I can't really remember. I just don't really. I've tried Pulverize several times, and it's just overall not my cup of tea. So I personally recommend playing with Pulverize if you can. If not, Rended Hair is really a nice talent that I personally enjoy more, and it's really about it, guys. Next row, Gladiator's Medallion or Relentless with maybe Toughness Armor. These two can probably work together really well. I've tried them, they work pretty decent. Alpha Challenge for RBGs if your group wants you to team fight, so you can help your teammates out to help kill the healers faster. Relentless if you just want to go be a solo hero in normal battlegrounds and world PvP, of course. Next row, like I said, Master Shapeshifter with Feral Infinity. Roaring speed, otherwise, because it's just lower cooldown on your, your speed. Travel form, this one is okay too. Just kind of depends, like I said, more like what you want, I guess. This row doesn't really technically matter as much, unless you're running the kitty build, then you're going to want Master Shapeshifter. This one, I always run Dead Mother these days. I used to run Demoralizing Roar all the time, but Dead Mother for the extra health is just amazing, especially for your teammates as well. Protector of the Pack is okay as well. I've seen some people use this, but I prefer either Demoralizing Roar or Den Mother because health increase or damage reduction. It's just overall really nice. Sharpened Claws or Raging Frenzy. Raging Frenzy, depending on the build you're running, you want to use that, or if you want the extra damage. But since I'm running the Incarnation build, if you're running Incarnation build, you're obviously going to want to run Sharpened Claws for the extra Thrash damage. It's just simple as that. If you're not running the Incarnation build, maybe the Raging Frenzy might be better. Clan Defender might be pretty decent as well. But, yeah, like I said, it just kind of depends on the build you're running. And this one, without a question, Overrun. No, I don't think anything comes close to this. Overrun is just way nicer. So, rotation-wise, there's not really much to do much. Just popping. What I usually do is pop Rage Sleeper and just spam Thrash with Incarnation. And then in front of like 6 or 7 people, you can use it against a 1v1 if you want to, but it really depends if you're how you're feeling against that 1v1. If you're not confident, I would probably use it. Or if you just want to do it to make somebody mad, do it. But yeah, it's just pretty much spam Thrash over and over and over. Get as much as you can before the Incarnation is over. And then you just go back to your normal rotation of Maul and Mangles, keeping Iron Fur up. CC the healers if you can, like with Incapitating Roar, overrun the healers. Just like overall, make a lot of people angry. And for the kitty rotation, as this is the only one that's really a bit weird, you just make the macro, like I said right here, and then you just keep using that. And then once you get 5 combo points, you're going to want a Ferocious Bite. Like I said, it does not hit as hard as it used to due to the fact after the nerfs, but it's just the way of... Oh yeah, I'm actually not in Pharaoh Infinity anymore, but you know what, you guys kind of know what I mean. I don't have Ferocious Bite, but yeah. Let me know if you guys have any more questions, and I will see you guys for the next video.